Hello everyone, welcome back. Now that we know how to add events, we also need to know and view calendars. We also need to know how to delete events, move them around, things like that. So the easiest way is probably in the month view when I'm going to show you how to move things. So say I know Independence Day, oh my goodness, they made a mistake. They put it on July 3rd instead of July 4th. You can simply move events. You can drag them and they will go to the next day. So when you're in this view, you can certainly drag things and move them along. Also, say I didn't want Independence Day and I said, God, that shouldn't even be in there. I clicked on it once in here, it brought up this box. I'll do it again. I just clicked on it once and there's a couple things. So there's copy to my calendar, delete. There's also edit event details. So to delete an event, you can just choose delete right here, or I can go into edit event details and it will pull up the creator. Now you should recognize this screen. This is where we created the event originally when I showed you guys how to create events. These are all the same options and everything, but one of the options in here is also delete. So you have two ways to delete it. You can either delete it right in that first screen, or you can go to edit event details and choose delete, but it's important to know how to delete events. Next thing, there's this handy little today icon. So for instance, if I'm not in if today wasn't selected, say I was in a different month, something like that, I could just hit today. Nud has that too. It's this little icon probably between the arrows, I think, in Nud. But you hit today and it'll highlight today. One of the most important things of today, senior admin, team retreat. But I've also seen that someone has entered an agenda in here. So if I go to edit event details, this agenda is all in here. Now, I copied this from Nud just a little bit ago, and this isn't the most up-to-date because, of course, we've changed it since then. But this is and will be the most up-to-date version of any sort of description because everyone's pulling the same copy. So again, the way servers work and things like that, this is held on a Google server, and so once someone enters at once, we're all looking at the same thing. So this will be the most up-to-date information, up-to-date description. Now, of course, I mentioned to you before, you can also add attachments. So if we want to add an attachment, we can. But this will be a place where we can add our description. Now, all those descriptions and meeting notes and meeting agendas and everything else of past events have been copied over from Nud. So if we went back a couple years and looked at meetings, we could find all those notes in there in the same place I just showed you. You clicked on the meeting and you went to Edit Event Details. You can do the same thing in something like the agenda view. So I'm here, I'm on the Senior Admin Retreat. It pulls up a slightly different menu, but in the same look. Copy to my calendar, delete is what I explained before, but edit event details is where I went, and that's where I pulled up this menu. And I'm going back to the calendar right up here in the upper left to bring me back to my calendar. Now, the unique part about Google Calendar, and probably the easiest way to use it, is to share calendars and subscribe to calendars. So one of the most important things that you're going to do is subscribe to some of these calendars that I've created. So I will add you to the calendar, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So say you wanted to, say you've created Athletics Home and you wanted to invite a bunch of people to view that calendar. You would go into settings here and you would choose Athletics Home. It's right here. I'll highlight it across. But one of these unique features is edit settings. So the sharing settings. I can add people to view this calendar. Okay, you can also make it public for everyone to view, but you can add specific people. So I know Sal has an account and Sal might be interested in this. I can enter Sal to view this event. So I can make him view all the event details or give him more privileges to make changes to the events or even manage sharing. And I will give Sal the ability to just see the events. I don't want him to change it because he's not in athletics, so I'll just have him view it. And you choose save right here, and that will save and share the calendar. Something will pop up in his email that says Tanner has shared a calendar with you so that he can share a calendar.